All right, guys, I'm here at the Digital Shovel facility. We're going to show off some of our new Bitcoin mining equipment. Behind me, I have got 1 megawatt of our new double stack Gen 3. Over at the other side here, we've got a single stack Gen 3. So we're going to be showing off all 3 different types of our technology today. Single stack with fans, double stack unit without fans, as well as the double stack unit with fans. So let's watch how quickly we can set up 1 megawatt here in our parking lot. As you can see here, all of our units can be lifted with a simple 5,000-pound forklift. You also have the option of lifting them from the top with a crane if you want. No special equipment. Do require 8-foot forks in order to move the double stack units. You can move them with a telehandler or with a forklift, even with hooks on top. Let's get this first one put into place here. All right, so what we've got here is our 4,800 amp switchgear. This is gonna go into the middle, our overhead busway system that we have in here. We've got 2 1,200 amp buses going each direction. 2 going that way, 2 going this way, and that can distribute up to 4,800 amps or 3 megawatts of power across the Digital Shovel Bitcoin mining strings. We've got our 2 1 megawatt string set up of the new Digital Shovel Gen 3 Bitcoin mining farm. We've got behind us over here a single stack unit with fans as well. We've got our double stack units here also with fans. These units can operate without fans all the way up to 38 degrees Celsius on our double stack units, and they'll operate almost up to 45 degrees Celsius outdoor ambient temperature with the fans. We've got a louver system here at the back, which is electronically controlled. Obviously right now this is not hooked up with miners in it, so it's closed. During the winter, they will open just a fraction, or you can, if it's really cold, you can tell them to stay closed to get that hot air recirculating. During the day when it's hot, these louvers will actually open up to 110 degrees, so they will point up slightly. The pods have a rain sensor on them, so that's able to tell if it's raining. They will then slightly close to force that hot air down and prevent rain from being able to penetrate into the pod and open back up automatically. In the event of a power failure, we also have a battery backup on the louvers, so the louvers have enough time to close and not leave your pod exposed in the event that the power goes out. Up top, you've got a second level here. I'll show you from inside, but that second level is just for additional air intake. There are only miners here on the lower level of the pod. The upper level of the pod has 3 additional air intakes, which would have 24 by 24 by 4-inch deep pleated filters, 18 per pod, so you've got 36 total top and bottom, bringing all of that air down and through and into your miners, reducing the amount of air restriction that would normally be caused by a small, if you just had, one wall of filters sitting here. We have, on a single level, 60% more surface area of filter intake, and when we do double, we're increasing that by another 100% on top of that. Outside of the pod, we've got an access control system here. This can be controlled remotely, so you can open your pod up remotely. I can show my hand to scan my hand. It does facial recognition, thumbprint, key card. All of that can be programmed remotely and accessed remotely. You can revoke credentials as needed. A new feature that was part of the Gen 3 units. Outside of the unit here, we're going to see that we've got security cameras. They're both inside and out of the pod. They can be accessed through the cloud. You can access them through our smart PDU software, or you can store the video locally on an SD card within the pod. Right now, this pod doesn't have the regular sealing because we're going to take this pod apart, but normally there would be membranes joining this together. Those forklift pockets would be closed. These are just set up here for demonstrational purposes right now, but we're going to be taking them apart and shipping these to a client in the not so distant future. So on the back within the pods, we've got our 4,800 amp switchgear. So from here, we can turn off our individual sections within the pod, and your transformers are going to take and connect to this main section. The way these are set up, you can actually have 2 units. So I could have 1 unit here, and I could have another string over here facing each other with the louvers pointing upwards, forcing that hot air up, and also helping to contain the sound. One of the other major benefits of our 2-story unit is it prevents backflow. So the hot air that would come out from here can't easily go back over and get sucked into the intake. Since we're taking these and putting them on a truck tomorrow, we don't have it installed, but normally you would have an additional 2 panels that would connect that top section to prevent the hot air from going through, as well as 1 panel here underneath the switchgear which prevents hot air from flowing back into the intake side of the pod, which is a substantial issue with almost every container manufacturer that operate with a single story unit. Although we do still offer a single stack unit, the louvers do help to reduce that amount of hot air recirculating because it has to go out and around and then back in through the hoods in order to be recirculated into your miners. I'm over here with the Digital Shovel Gen3 single stack unit for Bitcoin mining. Right now we've got a 1 megawatt setup here behind me. Like I mentioned before, it does come with the option of a 2-story unit, but this unit has everything the same on the inside. So we've got the same access control we talked about earlier. You've got a backup mechanical door lock in the event that your power fails. The system will, without power, it'll fail to close and fail to lock. So we're still able to unlock the pod using just a regular mechanical door lock and a mechanical key. Inside here, we've got a panic bar for emergency egress. So like with the original M300 line, we've still got our racks over at this side, our PDUs left and right. We've got our overhead busways, which distribute the power throughout these pods. You can see down here, these would go down and connect to your switchgear over here. We've got our outlets all along this side. We've got our new hot aisle containment sheets, which these new panels are made out of an alu panel material, which actually has a PVC filling on the inside and then aluminum on the outside. We cut it with a CNC router with a beveled edge that actually creates a small circumference. So what's actually rubbing on the miner is now just a plastic edge rather than the CNC cut metal containment back sheets that we had before. Let's go over and check out the Gen 3 double stack so I can show you the difference between the two. Okay, so this is very similar to our single stack units that we had on the other side. Still got our racking over here, cable trays, PDUs, but what's different, if we take and we look up top, we can see that it is wide open to the top. I've got these 3 centrifugal fans here which pressurize the cold side. If you look up further, I've got another 3 further up there. 22,000 CFM of airflow per fan. So we've got a total of 66,000 CFM of potential airflow across all 6 units, which pressurizes this cold side, forcing that nice fresh air all through these miners with a lot less restriction and a lot less chance of blowback from the hot air coming back over the other side. For more details on this and the rest of the Digital Shovel Bitcoin mining product line, check us out at digitalshovel.com or on social media, digital_shovel.